Hi guys! So, I wanted to do something different today. Something more personal, I guess. But something not too personal. So, I have this. It's just like a normal notebook. At the back of it, I have like pictures and things I used to do in class. So I'm gonna show you a bit of what's in here. So I'm gonna start now. I've got a little poem I learned on the internet. Roses are red, violets are blue. You are a monkey who lives in the zoo. Don't be mad, I'll be there too. While you're in a cage, I'll be laughing at you. Please keep in mind, I was a very young person when I wrote that. We've got, if somebody here plays Neopets, then you must know who he is. I loved him. See, that's his name right there. I can't say it though. He was like my favorite character. Every time I had Neopets accounts, trust me, I had several. I had them. The guy. Up next, we've got this. I have no idea what this is. Starting with its eye knees, going up to its abs, building up to a no-neck mouth thing. We were playing this contest to see who drew the weirdest monster. I didn't win, so, you know, my friends are even weirder than I am, so. Oh, here, I drew these for Halloween. Let me show you. You got an evil pumpkin. You've got a cute pumpkin. I'm so cute. And you've got a happy Halloween skeleton. Ooh, see its face. Happy Halloween. Yep, I did that this year because I was really bored. That's like the most recent thing I have here, so. This is what's left of my math test. This is ridiculous. Okay. This is a giant monster playing basketball with a kid. I'm winning. Now we're having so much fun. This is a weird eye bug kind of thing. And this is an eye inhabited by weird people. See, flowers, fire, he's climbing up down the stairs, they're playing there, and they're falling. Okay. Oh, I like to do these things. So there you have a beautiful cocoon, and it's shaking, it's shaking, it's shaking, and whoop, now it's a butterfly. Cocoon, butterfly. Oh God. What's this? Oh, they're pretty, pretty smile. A smile is cheaper than electricity, and it gives more light. Oh my God. So poetic. I have got here a city. Can you see it? It's like a sky and then the town. Blank page. I've got a little poem here. I'm gonna read it for you. Please keep in mind I wrote this quite a couple of years ago, so I'm gonna read this and it's gonna sound really stupid even to me, so I'm making fun. Love is good, love is evil. There's no rule, there's no book, but love can really mess with people. They say there's a fine line between love and hate, but I don't think that there's that line, and I've been deceived all my life. Love is angel, love is devil, and since the cradle, love is rebel. This love can hurt, this love can heal. This love has got different ways of making me feel. I love this love, though it's hurting me. I love you, please stay with me. Oh my God, I was such a drama queen. Another poem, let's see what this one. Oh God, this is gonna be very embarrassing. My heart fastens the pace, my hands begin cute thing. I don't know if you can see it well. Here, there's a guy and he's whistling, and there's a girl and she's shy, and there's the sun and the tree, and then they kiss, and then they pretend like nothing happened, and they go back to shy and whistling. We are going to be nicer and friendlier, but not with each other, evidently. It wasn't just another cold December. It wasn't just another happy Christmas. This year wasn't just like any other year. Everything changed since he left. There wasn't the usual excitement to put up a tree. There wasn't any of the well-known games we used to play. There wasn't any of the silly made-up games we liked to play. There was nothing. A Christmas tree, but no Christmas at all. I went upstairs to his corner in the attic. I went there to cry. I sat on the wooden floor and started opening his sealed boxes. I wanted his memory to live, even if he didn't. I searched for nothing, just opening, unfolding, and unlocking. I searched for nothing, and yet I found everything. I found his pictures, his games, his books, and that's when I found a note lying on an empty box. It said, "For my little sister." How could we have missed that? Well, how could I have missed that? Nobody else seemed interested in remembering him. I opened it anxiously. "Dear sister, I know that if you're reading this, it means I'm not around anymore. I just want you to know I love you more than you think it's possible, and I know you love me back. I wrote this letter because I know you well. Too well, perhaps. I want you to always remember me, always love me, but you need to let me go. There's nothing else you can do for me anymore, so just be yourself, and you'll know that I'll always be with you. Love, Caius. P.S. I bought you a special something. It's in our special place. This is for all the Christmas and birthday presents you've bought me for every year that I haven't been there." I couldn't believe it. He was right. He knew me too well. There was a present for him under the Christmas tree, like there had been every year since he left. It was the watch I broke many years ago. I finally got it fixed, but now it was too late. After that letter, Christmas was back at our house. I started to act like myself again, and it really was like he was there, just like he promised. I never went to the treehouse to look for the gift mentioned in the letter. That letter gave me back my smile. What else could I ask for? Her eyes were wild. Her hair was rebel, just like her. She looked bewildered, and yet she had a hint of elegance and quaint. She wasn't moving. She wasn't even breathing. A perfect statue. Almost unnoticeable if it wasn't for her beauty. She was crouched near a bush, obviously scared, afraid of me, like I could hurt such a beautiful person. She was holding some roses, beautiful red roses, I supposed. The rose lost their beauty when seen with her. There was blood all over her hands. I thought at first she was holding the roses too hard, but then I realized it was all over her. I leaned forward, wishing to be helpful, but then I froze. She smiled when she realized I finally understood, showing her bloody sharp teeth. She wasn't crouching to hide because she was scared. She was crouching because she was hunting. Her wild eyes weren't afraid of me. They were afraid for me. I wanted to run, but we both knew it was helpless. I was the scared prey, and she this